Hello, everybody, and welcome to Flyers Alley. I'm your host, Jesse Bell, the Admiral, Jesse from Delco, whatever the fuck you want to call me this week. Uh, I'm just going to say this right now. There will be some pretty serious parental advisory on this episode. So if you have your kids around while you're listening to this, get them the fuck out of the room. Get them off your headphones because it's going to be a good one. Along with me, always in the alley, Gummy Wayde. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'd be doing a lot better if this organization wasn't run like fucking idiots.
Yes. Yes. And now I don't usually torch, but I'm not gonna be in the press box at all for the rest of the season. And so gonna be a fiery one. With that being said, um, like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Flyers Alley, on Twitter at Flyers Alley Pod 1, and Instagram at Flyers Alley. Also go to www.oldcitysports.com. Check out all our good articles and shows, links to all our shows. Yeah, so everybody go do that. Also, sorry, um, Facebook.com/Ice Wars International, Twitter and Instagram at Ice4, www.iwifights.com. They just announced what's going on here. May 21st in Enoch, Alberta, Canada, at the Cree Casino Hotel. I can't remember what it's called. It's a whole thing, but it's going to be serious. There's going to be another big announcement of one of the fighters that is going to fight. It's going to be pretty cool. We know, so friend of the show. I can't release anything else. But with that being said, it's going to happen May 21st. Go to Ice Works in Aston, PA. We'll get into that when we do our little ad for Ice Works. But how's your weekend going? What's going on? Anything good?
I dived back into watching the series Gotham.
Oh, I was gonna do the same thing because I never finished it.
Yeah, I'm in the second season now.
I think me and Lynn's dropped off in like the third. Did you finish it?
No, I'm still
Me
in
neither.
the second.
Oh, so that's as far as you made it.
Yeah, like every time I went to watch it, I'd always go back to the first season, and then like it's kind of slow, so I fell out of watching it. So
I was real tempted. I asked my brother Matt Bannon, if he wants to go see the Batman tonight because I've literally like 20 free movie tickets, and he was like, my wife is like 9 months pregnant. Go fuck yourself. That being said, me and Charlotte Bell had our her first hockey game last night. Let me tell you something. If this kid isn't related to me, I don't fucking know who is. Like, I have a video, but it doesn't do it justice. She's literally chirping this dude up. And this guy's just this pompous weirdo, totally from the actual city of Philadelphia. But like the part where no one wants to admit they know people from. He's got like this scarf on, like this pea coat. I do own a pea coat, but it's really cool looking, and it's not that guy. But he's trying to pump the crowd up, and he knows everyone's looking at him. He's just being a pompous douchebag. And Charlotte just goes, "What's wrong with that guy?" So the guy's walking by, she's waiting for her cotton candy, and the guy's walking by, like, "You're weird looking." I'm like, "What are you doing?" So the guy turns around, she's just like, "You're weird looking." And the guy looks at me, and I'm like, "Please, just I will throw hands in front of my child." And he went and sat back down. I got a video of him sitting back down. I was just like, but first game, she got everything she wanted. She wanted cotton candy. She wanted her own first soda. I got her.
oh boy,
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was an absolute sugar fest. Like, she got her own Coca-Cola. She got her own icy. She got cotton candy, like I said. She wanted French fries. She wanted chicken fingers. We got a big thing of pizza. The big Lorenzo's pizza sucked.
Mm-hmm.
It was fucking horrible. It was
really
absolute dog shit. Yeah, it wasn't good.
wow.
But so the middle of the second period comes. She looks at me. She goes, "Dad, can we go to the store?" I'm like, "Sure, but if we go, we're out of here." So we go down. She wanted pucks. So she got. Let's take a look. I got them right here. She got this one, which they're actually really good ones. She got this Bring It the Broad one.
Nice.
Right? Which I'm a big fan of. She got this gritty one, which she already has one, but it's gritty, so they're like $5.
Nice.
My personal favorite, which I think you'll like as well. I know our buddy Frank Mollusky will like this one. Is this one? So you can
Nice.
like write Frank's name on there, write whatever you want to do. I was a big fan of that. They're $5. I didn't, I wasn't able to do the press thing, so um, came out to $20. Fuck it, what are you gonna do? Ended up
Yeah.
spending
Cool.
$81 altogether.
Wow, you got out of there for under $100.
Yeah, well, parking was free,
Hey.
Mr. Bell. Anyway, but yeah, it was really cool. Got some cool videos. She was hype when McEwen and uh, Simmons went at it.
Me
But
when Simmons went
yeah,
in at.
yeah, he went in on him. I did find out that Charlotte's favorite player is Kevin Hayes.
Really?
Pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool. Whenever he came up on the screen, he's like, "That's my favorite player." I'm like, "What? All right, well, we can do that." But yeah, cool weekend for me. Cool dad moment. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
maybe a tear or two. Just saying. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the pictures are up on Facebook and shit. It's really cool. It was really cool. I can't wait to do it with my youngest. But with that being said, let's get into some alley talk. We'll do that. Maybe. Anyway, so not a good run here. Not a good run. Not a good run for the Flyers. Um, so the Flyers lose to the Nashville Predators. I guess I should do the ad research. Yeah, this segment of Alley Talk is brought to you by Body Check Wellness. Go to www.bodycheckwellness.com. Use promo code OCS in all caps for 25% off your CBD needs. They work. They work for our dog. We have moved on to Trazodone for the dog because it's just he needs the real deal. He's a fucking nightmare. So yeah, he's a fucking nightmare, dude. Out of control. He's got a bark. He's. I don't even want to get into it. He's got a fucking bark and everything. When the baby's sleeping, he's like, "Yeah, it's time to fucking rage." That being said, you'll understand that. Them fucking that wakes up the fucking dead. You get
You'll
it.
hear mine. You'll hear mine soon.
Flyers lose to the Nashville Predators 5-4. I thought we had this game. I really thought we had this game. It was a good one. Greg Montour says, "Laugh out loud." I don't know what you're laughing at, but I love it.
Probably your dog being all skitzed out.
Yeah, I'll get him. He's over on the couch now. He calms down when I'm doing my thing. So let's just roll through this real quick. Scoring summary. First period, we got Travis Sanheim assisted by Frost. Joel Farabee assisted by Atkinson and JVR. And then they come back. They score a couple times in the second. We got Max Willman unassisted in the second. They just went on a fucking tirade in the second period. I guess his name's Trennan. Scored twice. Kunin scored once. Third period. Wait, is that the third period? Oh my god. And then Forsberg scored. And then JVR scored again, assisted by Konechny and Connaughton. And then Jeannot, who I believe, what's his name? Was that Sealer? Someone dropped the gloves with that guy.
Sealer.
Yeah. Sealer did very well. Very well. But no. That was not. Was it Sealer?
No, I'm thinking Sealer was the Minnesota game.
Yeah, he was Delorier, which did very well, by the way. I'm a big fan of that.
I mean, he took more of the beating, but
he dished out a lot.
But he opened up the other guy. So
yeah, so that's
depending how you call fights,
I'm taking it as a win. Whoever I'm going to say that it was probably McEwen. He probably beat Jeannot. Whatever it is. Wait, no. Oh no, you know who it was? It was the new guy. It was Hodgson. Remember Hodgson got tuned up.
Yeah.
Hodgson got tuned up. My sound effects. Yeah, sound effects are great. We got more. Don't worry, Greg. I know Greg's a huge fan of the sound effects. So am I. That's what I do. Hayden Hodgson actually went up against.
That's right. Now I remember.
It's messed up. It's a little messed up, but yeah. I mean, it's an example of we were at the beginning. We were ready to rock and roll, and then you saw what happened there.
The wheels fucking fall off.
Yeah, and it came quick too. It wasn't that whole second period, like I just said, the chart was that big because they came at us. Yeah. Now the score. Oh, hey, buddy. The the shots on goal were 35-23. Them. Face-offs were won 60% to 40. Power play, no one. It was dead even. The hits were 32-29. Them. Block shots 18-9. Us. Giveaways, we had 8. They had 19. Takeaways, we had 9 and they had 8. So yeah, it's unfortunate because like this would have been another. It doesn't matter at this point because we're mathematically out, which is funny because you called it like the other day. Well, I think they should have called it like 3 games ago.
They should have, but technically, if they went on a tear, won every game outright, and if whoever's in the last place of the wild card lost every game out,
I don't even play with my emotions.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's a tough one. I mean, from now on, like, go ahead.
How about that Roman Yossi?
What?
His overtime winner?
No.
Come on.
He's
gonna be he's gonna be the Norse fucking winner this year.
Oh, you think so?
Oh yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Points.
I'm alright with that.
I think everybody's thinking Cale Makar. Is that am I saying his last name?
Right? Yeah, Makar. Yeah.
Colorado. Everybody thinks that he's gonna win it because of the points that he put up as a defenseman, which as a defenseman, you should be more of a defenseman, not just offensive. I think, there should be another trophy for offensive defensemen. But
that's a good point.
Those two would be my 2 1 and 2 picks for the Norris Trophy.
Everyone's high on Makar. I am too. He's a great player.
Oh yeah.
But Yossi is seasoned and he deserves it. I agree with you with that as well.
I don't think Nashville
and that overtime win that didn't help.
Yeah, and I don't think Nashville will be where they're at without Roman Yossi.
They're definitely a team like that.
Colorado can win games without Makar.
Yeah, I think that's a hot take, but I think you're right though. I do think you're right about that.
And I'm a fan. I'm a fan of both teams too, but
yeah, it's a good point though. It's the difference between the teams. I mean, if you really look at Nashville and you look at the Avalanche, the Avalanche are stacked more with talent than Nashville. Not taking anything away from Nashville, but they're kind of like the Flyers. If you take one cog out of the machine, it fails. So I mean, I do agree with that's a good take. I do agree with that. I'm gonna quote you on it, and then you can deal with the fucking people on Twitter because they're all assholes.
Come at
the worst idea they could fucking ever have. So then we get absolutely shellacked by the Minnesota Wild, which I thought this was going to be a good game, but we definitely said we were going to lose this one last week.
Yeah,
they got their shit together. They're rocking and rolling here. 4-1 Wild. Matt Dumba, Capri Sun scores, and the
Krill the Thrill.
Yeah, I got so much shit on Twitter for calling him Capri Sun. That's not his name. Are you fucking kidding me?
Fuck that Russian.
Are you kidding me? Like I know that. I like him. I'm a big fan of him. He's
I know.
Second period, Jordan Greenway scores. Kevin Fiala scores. Third period, Morgan Frost unassisted. Way to show up at the end of the season, buddy.
He's been getting his shit together. As much as I harp on him, but
was it this game that he had he was on a rip?
It could have been this game.
He was they're all running together now at this point. But one of these games, I do believe it was this one. He was in their zone, and their entire team was on him, and he was juking the shit out of all of them, and he almost scored. It may have been that he may have scored. I don't know, but I've never seen him play like that before. whatever he ate that night, whatever kind of tacos he was, eating that night. Yeah. But
Repeat.
repeat, yes, repeat. I mean, the shots on goal 37-33, face off percentage 59-40. Power play, they scored on a power play, but so did we. So it was 1-3 and 1-4. So obviously, um, Pims don't matter. Hits 19-15 for them, blocks 14-10 for them. We had 4 giveaways, we had 6 takeaways. So like the game was theirs. I mean, it just was. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't talk about it on paper much, but that's what this was. They came out, they did the deed.
Even
It's
the
just,
eye test, just watching the game, you could just tell that Minnesota was fucking armed for bear and ready to go.
yeah, Fleury's back. Like, the difference between Fleury with Minnesota and Chicago, you knew it was gonna happen, dude. You knew it was gonna. I knew it was gonna happen.
I mean, I think Chicago should have traded him out of there a long time ago. Once he knew the player didn't really want to play and be there.
Well, that's the difference between such a desperate team. Like, oh well, he's gonna get us there. He doesn't even want to be there. He's not gonna get you anywhere. And he was getting torched. He was doing it on purpose.
When the player says that I'd rather retire than go to play for your organization, that's saying volumes. That speaks volumes.
I can agree with that. It does.
So
it definitely does. And then last night, like I said, me and the young one were at the game. 6-3 ends up being. Why am I not? Why is it not going? Yeah, they lose 6-3. It looked promising. They're ripping it at the beginning, and then it just, dude, it was like fucking wildfire. That's why, yeah. No offense, I'm not sitting there, and my kid's not sitting there. We're hitting the store, we're getting the cotton candy, we're fucking rolling. Yeah, not to mention I went out the wrong exit, got lost, went to the spot I thought my car was in, and there was no car there, so I immediately was like, oh my god. But
who the hell would steal my car?
I was like, are we in a tow zone? Like, I park here every game, but I usually come out the media entrance. Yeah. This time I went in the other side and I came out the media entrance, and I was like, but with this, like I said, there were no goals in the first period,
and we were out shooting them.
Yeah,
I believe we were out shooting them. I think Toronto only had like 6 shots on net out of the entire first period.
We had it was 11-6 first period. It's crazy because Charlotte thought so. Other people were so impressed by Charlotte because they were like, oh, she knows the game. She's reading the prompt, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the big screen. Mm-hmm. And it was saying like shots on goal. She's like, oh, 11-6. They're like, oh, she knows her shots on goal. It's like she thinks that's the score. So like, I didn't say it because I'm like, yeah, she's savant. She's the next, But yeah, first period 11-6. Second period 13-12. And then this is where it took off. It was 10-8. But we still beat them shots on goals 32-28. So I mean the total game. But yeah, the power play, no one scored on the power play. They beat us in hits 21-19, which I thought was a little weird. Block shots 15-13. Them, we beat them in hits 21-19. So I remember that. But it just wasn't a good game. It just wasn't. It just died. It died literally at the end of the second period. Yeah, it just died. And then, so you get Hayes scored in the second period, then Simmons comes out and scores. I don't even know how to pronounce that guy's name. So, and then Provorov scored, and then Provorov scored again, and then obviously our boy Zach McEwen. Absolutely
can't win them all. All right.
Can't win them all. He was on a good run though, dude. He was on a good run. We'll give him 80-1. I'll give him 80-1. How about that?
Maybe Simmons had that little extra anger behind the punch for wearing his number.
He was hauling, dude. That one uppercut, I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's like he never ceases to amaze. Simmons has still got it. That's awesome. But it is what it is now. This is the deal. So I mean, it brings us to, let's see. We are now 21, 36, and 11. Mathematically out. So now it's just fun at this point. Cool thing is though, Flyers signed Noah Cates the entry level contract. for a lot of people that don't know anything about this guy, I got something right here. Um, he was drafted 5th round, 137th overall, 2017. Um, my thing is that he World Juniors, um, what was it? Championship. He had 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points, and it was a +/-2. And in this year's Olympics, was 1 goal, 1 point, uh, +/-2. So like he is very ventured and seasoned. Um, and they showed some clips from him from the University of Minnesota Duluth on the big screen and all that. He's a big body kid. He's not that big. Um, he's 6'1", 179 pounds. He's got to bulk up a little bit, but he had no goals obviously last night. It was his first game. Him and Rodney Adder. It was a -1, but it's first game. I mean, you can agree with that. It was first game, no big deal. Or are you gonna not agree?
For Kate's, yeah.
Okay. So that's cool though. This guy gets his. I don't know if that was his first game. I don't think that was his first NHL game. I think he's played in preseason before. So he didn't get the same attention that Ronnie did. So along with that, the Flyers sign Ronnie Adder to a entry-level contract, and he is a right-handed defenseman, 23, 6'1", 208 pounds, from Western Michigan, and he was a -4 last night.
He was a negative what?
4.
-4.
Not that I pray on that.
So he benched a fucking veteran.
There we go. It's coming. Don't worry. It's coming. Now remember that number. I'm going to be. I think how you told me how I was going to be a fan of
Broussard.
Yeah, Broussard. I think that we're going to be a fan of Adder. But yeah, good on both these kids. I'll it is what it is for the second. It's the end of the season. I want the kids to play. I don't think they're gonna bring Allison in. I don't think that's gonna happen. We'll get on to the our Phantoms report Periscope down a little while, but yeah, I mean it's just at this point you just need to let the kids play and let the people that have been hurt for a while, like our boy Nate Thompson, return to the lineup. I just don't understand the hatred. Because
people look at his age. That's what it is. Even though he looked faster than fucking most people out there.
He was zipping around, bucket off, no helmet, hair all over the place. Just I love Nate Thompson. You can't even. No one's convincing me. It took me so much of effort to not just start ripping people today because I was like, you know what? Sunday fun day after the show today. Had a cool interview. Talk about that in a little while, but the media is fucking unreal right now, and actually, it's more of the fan base, not really the media. The fan base is so fucking ignorant right now; it's unreal. With that being said, Nate Thompson returned to the lineup versus the Leafs. The great veteran leadership. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know. I am holding back, but it's just I don't even know what to say at this point. It's just mind blowing. Like, if the Flyers could trade one thing, I don't think it would be Yandel or Thompson. I think it should be their fucking fan base. They're just so stupid. They're just so, especially this McKnight dude on Twitter. And I know you're watching right now because it's live on Twitter. I know you're watching right now. It's just shut the fuck up, dude. Like some of the shit you say, and then when I come at you, you just put a GIF up. Like, what are you, 5? It's just. And the thing is every time I tag Nate Thompson in something, he likes it and he acknowledges it. Why don't you ever tag him in something? Are you afraid? Is that what's happening? Are you afraid of that? Because I don't do that. I do it to Paul Bissonnette all the time. It's just I don't know. It's what it is. Rant over. Would you like this stuff? Would you like to? I mean, we're gonna get into it about the Yeah, just wait. I want you to wait. Just building up. You're building up.
All
We
I'm
got a
gonna do
comment.
is
We
just
got.
rip the organization.
It's gonna happen. I got something for it. Greg Montour. They're morons. Yeah, me, right? 'Cause I love that. That'll never go away. But that's what we got for Alley Talk. Let's get down to our Down the Well segment. This segment of Down the Well is brought to you by Iceworks Complex in Aston, PA. Like I said, we are going to be broadcasting Ice Wars on May 21st. It does start at 4 o'clock. I urge everybody to get there early, get your seat. If you are going to pay ahead of time, definitely hit my Venmo up. It is active. It is not destroyed like it was a couple months ago. Let me know. And if you're going to pay at the door and you want to save a seat, message me. I'll write you down on the list. But it's only 50 people are going to fit in this thing. $10 to get in. Cash bar. This POS system is going to be bringing up some food and such. I hired a bartender. It's going to be sick. It's not going to be like it was the last time. I talked to Scott Fletcher. He's all over it. But it's gonna be a good time. Definitely, it's a Saturday. It's 4 o'clock afternoon on Saturday. Come on, dump the kids off at the grandparents. Get over there, get a load on. Let's get fucked up and do some crazy shit and get weird. Anyway, head on over 21st. So the Flyers versus the Rangers Sunday today. What's today? It's 7 o'clock. We're gonna chalk this up as a what?
Loss.
It's gonna be a big L.
At this point.
There's a couple boos in there. I heard that. There's a couple boos in there. I agree with you. I feel like every team we're gonna play that's a contender is just revving up to just fucking it's gonna be a very interesting playoffs. I'm very happy that our season is ending and we will get a break until I guess the draft. We'll come back for the draft.
When's that? June or July?
I don't know. It's sometime in there.
We'll figure it out.
I do hear sometimes though. I know Lance Green from Flyers Nitty Gritty last year was had the chance if the Stanley Cup went to the 7th game, he had a chance to cover it. So if that is the case, the Admiral will bring the ship back. But I wouldn't count on it. It is. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, this is gonna be a loss today. I'm leaving here. I'm putting the stuff up, getting a hold of our guy Andre that I just did the interview with, and I'm going to get shellacked. Sunday fun day. Don't care. Go eat some pizza. Getting stupid.
That's right. That's what I'm planning. Get you some pizza.
Oh, where are you getting it from?
This new spot that opened up in Linwood.
I've been hearing good things. They're on the corner right across from Richmond's.
Corner pizzeria.
I've been hearing good things.
They are known as Paris Pizza.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I could debunk that. That shit's horrible.
I don't know. The last time I had their pizza was good. So
Paris Pizza?
No, the corner.
Okay, so it might be done.
I see what I saw was Paris Pizza's delivery van.
Oh,
the little hoopty van with all the wrap parked outside it. So they could be buying supplies just from another place, but I think it's their second business.
That location has been just like a turning wheel. Like it's just the turnover rate was unreal.
The
like the Hoagie House at one point or something.
Yeah, it was the Hoagie House for like a week, and then it just went under. As soon as they got their sign up, they went under. I was telling my wife, actually, it was her idea. Instead of it turning into a sandwich place or pizza shop, because our area is fucking full of them,
tons.
Turn it into a taco stand.
Oh, God. You don't even know what that would do to me. You don't even know what that would do to me.
Come on.
I'm all about that.
It's small. I mean, you throw a couple of benches out there in that small parking lot for people.
It's got a ramp for handicap. You know, it's just a shitty location.
It is.
And Richmond should just stop selling food and they'd be fine. But Richmond's food is actually pretty good too. Just basic food.
I miss my Dairy King that used to be there.
Oh,
I haven't been there since they changed. So.
I love Dairy King. I used to love that. I used to
That
love
wasn't
that
down
game.
the well. That was a segment of down the street.
Yeah, I love that. That place is the best. Anyway, let's bring it back. No more of that. Yeah, we're gonna say this is gonna be a loss tonight. 7 o'clock Eastern. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Speaking of Rangers, though, me and Charlotte's second game is in 2 weeks against the Rangers on a Wednesday at 7 o'clock. So we'll see how that goes. Because
Home game, or are you going up to New York?
home game.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going to New York. The only time you see me in New York is Christmas time.
Just take the train.
I'm not taking the train. I'm not putting my kid on the train. You go put your kid on the train?
Dude, I grew up on a fucking train.
Yeah, I've grown up a lot of places, but I bring my kid anywhere near those places? Hell no. Hell no. Anyway, we got this. This is an interesting thing. We got the Blue Jackets Tuesday and Thursday at 7 o'clock. One home, one away. I think these are. What's that?
Is Voracek healthy?
I'm not. I don't know. He's on the Flyers. I'm looking for it.
Yeah. I know.
The only one I follow is Simmons. I can't. He's the only one I care about. I think these are 2 wins. At least one. At least one.
At least one.
They're in shambles as well. So
yeah, but they're can't even say their goaltending's better because Elvis hasn't been playing that good. So
I know. I have him on fantasy.
I mean, Hart's actually playing pretty good. It's just the team around him.
It's funny that you say that because a lot of people are like, "Well, Hart's playing like shit." I'm like, "Are we gonna do this again? Are we gonna do this again?" He cursed in post game last night. That was great.
Did he?
Yeah, he said, "Oh, it was a shitty bounce." I was like, "Oh my god!" Did you see? Look on Twitter. Yeah. On my Twitter, at Jesse from Delco. If anyone's interested, I posted one with Hayes, and that is moving. Yeah, dude, he's not holding back, and was kind of doing what you're about to do in the next couple segments. Yeah, I think we're gonna get at least 2 points out of this little double header here, and then we got the Flyers versus the Ducks on Saturday at 7:30. This is a win. This is a win, and let me tell you why this is a win. Because Troy Terry just got his ass kicked by Jay Beagle, which I do not, and I'm going to predict this right now. The announcers of the Anaheim Ducks are now fired.
Probably
they will be fired for their statements. You don't say just because the kid does the Michigan and he did a lacrosse thing and scored. That doesn't mean Jay Beagle could just grab an all-star player and beat the shit out of him. That's not okay. I mean, I love fighting, but like, what do you mean? The announcers, you didn't have to say that. You didn't have to say anything. You could have just let it go. But like, oh, well, if you're gonna do that, get ready to get punched in the face. I'm like, excuse me? Like, so what you're saying is now if someone does something new, your all-star is getting his orbital broken. Now, if Nick Delorier didn't get traded to the Minnesota Wild, that would have never happened. Jay Beagle. Do you remember when Jay Beagle got fucking completely put to sleep by Aaron Asham? Anyone remember that?
Yeah.
Just saying. Jay Beagle, if you had a Twitter, I was gonna tag you. You're an asshole. You're an asshole. With that being said, that's what we got for Down the Well. That's next. We got Crows of a Feather. I like that one. This segment of Crows of a Feather is brought to you by Lou Guru Custom Clothing. Our buddy Colin Mulvey over there is making some good stuff. Just sent Charlie, the CEO of Ice Wars, some stuff. Waiting to hear back on that. I got the Admiral jersey. It's pretty sick. It's gonna get ruined. I'm gonna spill beer on it, probably some cigarette stains, probably throw up from one of my kids' dogs. Who knows? Some things are gonna happen to it. But go to www.luguru.co. Go check it out. He's doing some cool stuff over there. Good sponsor of the network. Right. So Ronnie Attard plays his first NHL game. We covered that. I call him Attard. I'm calling him Attard. That's what it looks like. People don't want to call him Attard because it's close to retard. That's just offensive. Apparently, I don't care. It's Attard. Okay. Attard. Wouldn't that be 2 R's? Yeah, it would be. read a book, people. Anyway, so he gets his first NHL game. He's a big kid, and the best thing about going to the game is you get to see how big these guys actually are. He's a big kid. I don't know if that says that there's just small guys on the Toronto Maple Leafs, which I don't think there is. But yeah, even Austin Matthews, he's kind of big. Mitch Marner's a crybaby, though, I'll tell you that right now. I saw that a couple times. Yeah, Ronnie Tar gets that. It was cool to let him come out and do his lap, shoot a couple things. During the game, I don't know if you saw it, they actually stopped and put congratulations, your first NHL game.
No, they don't show that at home.
Nah, well, they did that. They stopped everything and did it. It was really cool. Everyone cheered. So that's cool. I mean, he's gonna be a good thing. He's gonna be. I think 2 years ago we did a huge thing on Flyers Alley with all these guys that are coming up now, like Wyatt Wiley, Tanner Lazinski, Bobby Brink, Noah Cates. I got a hold of Noah Cates' college, and they completely stonewalled me. I remember that. That was horrible. But maybe because I kept calling him Noah Coates. That probably was the problem.
That's probably what it was.
Can I talk to Noah Coates? Who the hell were you talking about?
Stop calling here. Wrong number.
This guy's a weirdo. Get him out of here. Block him on the email list. But yeah, that's what I got for Crows of a Feather. So, and then that brings us to one of a fan favorite. I did find out fan favorite, not only Greg Montour, but the Flyers Alley Beauty of the Week. Flyers Alley's Beauty of the Week is brought to you by, and it's actually one of my personal favorites too. So I get to do what I do.
Gotta rip one open.
Yeah, rip one open. You just got to, Flyers Alley's Beauty of the Week is brought to you by Sterling Pig Brewery. Go to www.sterlingpig.com. Go to their place in Media, Pennsylvania. Check out all their cool beer, food. They got some barbecue pulled pork over there. It's a really nice time. Go there. It's a family establishment. Take your family. And do it up. What I'm drinking here is the Hops on the Horizon Hazy IPA. Not usually a fan of this, but what I'm going to start doing, I told them the other day, Megan Armour, their field rep, I told them they're very satisfied with what we're doing, but I told them I'm going to start being honest about how I feel about their beers. So not usually a hazy fan, so hopefully they steer me wrong here, because IPAs is just weird. They didn't have them when we were growing up.
No.
Like Colt 45 and Steel Reserve and Miller Lite. OD.
Hurricane. Some Hurricane.
Bottoms up. Okay, I don't usually like hazies, and that's fucking good. Whew, that's really good. Anyway, Beauty of the Week. What do you got? Top 3.
Well, I can't say Keith Yandel. So that's out.
We're gonna start this. Man. You just can't wait, can you?
I like Ristolainen throwing his big ass body around, knocking people. I'm not going in any. I'm not really going in any order.
I don't think there's an order anyway.
Yeah, normally I always have Cam Atkinson up there on top, but so I'm gonna spread the love around a little bit. Kevin Hayes. His slow ass, but still producing. I don't know how he.
You love that? It's crazy to watch. It's like time's going slow.
And he's just sitting there stick handling, and it's like no one's gonna check him. No one's gonna poke at him.
He's like a mix between like Phil Kessel and
yeah.
I don't know. Just love it.
What do you think was said to Kevin Hayes after the one goal by Matthews? Kevin Hayes was on the ice and they were celebrating off to the side, and I don't know if it was Bunt on Toronto.
Bunting?
That chirped at, I don't know, but it set fucking Kevin Hayes off, and he wanted to fucking go throw it down.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Bunting has Twitter. I'll ask him. Like, yeah, you fuck. It's got to be one of two things. Got to be something about his injury or something about his brother.
I think it was something about his brother.
That's fucked up if it was.
I mean, because it was it was the goal happened. they're celebrating over off to the side, and Bunting, whatever the fuck his name is, was in front of Carter Hart and a defenseman. Might have been Kevin Hayes right then and there, and then looked like he said something as he was skating over to celebrate.
Come on, man. Come on, dude. Oh, you know I'm gonna find out now. It better not have been that, dude. That is gonna be a horrible. You better hope he didn't say anything.
I don't think it was something about his brother, but for Kevin Hayes to react like that.
Yeah, he doesn't do that.
So.
He's speaking out. He's speaking against the organization now, so it'll come out. If it was something, it'll definitely come out. Trevor Zegras did the same thing as well about that whole thing with Jay Beagle. Said that the league needs to fucking do something.
Yeah.
Exact words. I agree. That's for Ducks talk. We'll see what they have to say. They're not gonna be as gritty as we are. I'll be shocked if Mike curses. But he did get 3 of his tweets liked and retweeted by Timu Solani, so that's cool. You know, Old City Sports Network up.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool. About time they get something out there. Anyway, you got one more.
Well, one more. No. Not right now off the top of my head.
I mean, you just give it to Zach McEwen. You know. What about Nick Seeler? He was going to be one of mine.
I'll give it to Wayne Simmons.
Okay, fuck.
Welcome back to Philly for a goal and an ass beating.
Remember, I was your tough guy. and goal scorer. I'm going to go, and no particular order. I'm going to go Kevin Hayes is definitely one of them for almost the exact same reason as you. It's like he hasn't missed a beat. He doesn't skate fast. He just, I don't know how he fends these guys off, dude. He's good at what he does. I am going to give it to Nick Seeler just because that fight with Delorier, that's a big fucking boy. Nick Seeler has absolutely no fear, and I love it. I'm really hoping, and we will get into it because it's the next thing. I know you're trying to get into it. I do think that they did. They scratched Yandel not only for the shitty fucking reason that it was, but I do think that they're looking to definitely keep Sealer, and they're looking for Attard to be who he's going to mix with. And I think keeping Sealer in there and not scratching Sealer instead of Yandel is the reason. And it's a good look because it's a bad look, but a good look for the future because it does say that Nick Sealer is going to stay, hopefully, and that they're looking to see who Attard or Ronnie, what's it called, Ronnie A, who he's going to pair up with. And I think they're going to bring him up. I really think they're going to skip Zamola and bring him up. So I'm going to go Hayes. I'm going to go Sealer. And I got to go Simmons. Got to kiss Simmons. It's hard seeing your boy get pumped like that, but it was that uppercut, man. That fucking uppercut was so vicious, man. I was like, oh my God, no. Oh no. And Charlotte's chirping me, isn't that your favorite player? And isn't that mommy's favorite player? I'm like, look, you listen.
Do you want to go home tonight?
you want to stay here? We lost. You deal with it. Speaking of lost,
that weird guy.
Hey, see that guy with she was chirping this other dude up. I was like, he's deformed. Like, come on, bro. The guy was cool about it though. He was like, it happens all the time. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Kids will be kids.
But yeah, I mean, everybody still loves Zach McEwen. Definitely want him to come. Well, he's gonna be here next year, so
yeah,
we found that out. We've been saying we want him to stay, and he's been staying this whole time. Like that,
right? Yeah. Well, I mean, it was possible for him to get moved at the trade deadline, but
yeah. Good, God damn. No wonder why Scott. Citrus. That's it. That's how it happens with me. I love that citrus. But yeah. Sucks seeing that happen. Can you imagine what would have happened if he would have pumped Simmons? He didn't even get a punch on Simmons. He didn't get a punch on him. His arms are just like. Anyway, that's bad. This is bad. But that's what we got. I don't know, Greg. If you're out there and you hear, you can give us your 3. I'll stop the next segment and I'll put yours in there. But that's what we got for Beauty of the Week. This this next segment is the firing line. And this segment of the firing line is brought to you by Norse Beards. Go to www.norsebeards.com and use promo code OCS for 25% off all your Beardsman products. This is like solely for you. Like it literally should be solely for you.
Yep.
Mike Yo, right or wrong for scratching Yandel, and I am legit going to turn the reins over to you, brother.
Wrong.
And why is that?
Like seriously, like you're trying to be a coach in the NHL, so you're going to take a veteran defenseman that's on an Ironman streak that could have been unbeaten if he would have just let him fucking play. For what? For a kid that's you said he's 21 years old?
23.
23 years old. Has he done any time down with the Phantoms yet?
No, straight out of college.
You know how I feel about that.
And I will just make sure that that's true. Let me make sure that's true before you continue, because
yeah, when I blew up in the our private chatter the day of that it's happened, I thought the guy that we were bringing up was the guy that we just picked up from Toronto. I originally thought that's who I originally thought we got. Or
that would have made yeah. Who I'd like to see play. But I do think that was made so Adder can come up next year. Yeah, and so probably. They have someone down there. So what I got on Adder is third round, 72nd overall in 2019's draft. He played 2016 through 2019 with the Tri-City Storm. So 40. Let's see. He's got 126 PIMs. Hold on a minute here. Hold on. He's got 35 assists, 30 goals.
How long ago was that?
That was 2019. But been playing with Western Michigan University. Not so much. Highlight year was this one that just ended, 39 games, 13 goals, 23 assists, 36 points, plus minus of 20. It doesn't solidify the reasoning for doing it. You could have legit scratched York.
Yeah.
You could, if you were trying to get a look at anybody on the team, you could have scratched Provorov. The point is I don't know if you're going to get to it. You can continue doing what you're saying.
No, go on, keep going.
The point that I'm making here is the fact that, and there's another. I think there's one. The next segment, yeah, next segment does bring it into it. But what was the point of not? He's how many shy of 1,000? It is going to be broken though. It will be broken by Phil Kessel next year. If not this, not this year, but it'll be broken next year. But he'll still be number 2, and that's the thing, is that he'll still be up there. He's going to be number 2 next year anyway. But like, it's 1,000 games. So where do you go from here with Keith Yandel? You get rid of him next year. It's the way it's looking. You're going to get rid of him, because if you weren't going to get rid of him, you would have let him play the 1,000 games.
Yep.
You're going to get rid of Keith Yandel, and then what? You are now the franchise, the organization that just scratched. That's another record that could have been on the Flyers' resume as well. Housing, the Iron Man. It's just, that was Mike Yo's choice.
Iron Man. Yeah,
well,
that's not just Mike housing that. It's right. Showing that this coach. I mean, yeah, he doesn't care about records and stuff like that. But as a coach, you want to have your players respect and stuff. And how are you going to take? How's anybody going to want to play for your team with a coach that just says, "I don't care. I don't care about your record. I don't care about our record." Obviously not, because the guy that the guy that we plugged in tonight was a -4 with 10 minutes, 11 minutes of ice time. I mean, Keith Yandel isn't the greatest defenseman, but I would choose. I always like to pick veterans over young guys. That's just me.
like let me while we're on it. Adder has some good. He has some good looks. He does have some good stats. I won't, and statistically, it was the right choice. But he was still a minus, so he didn't do it. He didn't come out swinging. He didn't do anything extravagant. Now let me just
game one, he's already in the negative.
It's usually the case. It is usually the case. But like to do what you did, this is for someone like Eric Lindros or Sidney Crosby. You know, Cam York. Like you would do some stuff for people of that caliber. Cam York was a far fetch, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
hopefuls, prospects that have that rapport. So Yandel last year, let me just break this down real quick. He's a negative 39 this year,
Right.
100% his absolute worst. The other one was negative 32 with the Arizona Coyotes, his last year there.
That's with the Coyotes, though.
With the Coyotes, exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. So his assists are out of this world. And his last year with the Panthers last year was 24 assists, 3 goals, 40. Let's see. No, last year was 24, 3 goals, 24 assists, 27 points. But the year before that was 5 goals, 40 assists, and 45 points, plus minus of 17. Oh no, 0. Sorry, 0. It's just it's not that he just it didn't work here. It was a failing year, and everybody is just using Yandel as a scapegoat. But at the same time, his plus minus is very staggering. But being a defenseman for this team that is having defensive issues when your Ryan Ellis is nowhere to be found. Yeah, that's going to come down on somebody. And for the people in the fan base and people that are watching this and they're watching the games and they're coming down on Yandel, Kevin Hayes couldn't have said it better. He doesn't agree with what happened. For the fan base, for the media, it's you don't understand what a Keith Yandel does for the young players on the team, and that's the absolute issue, is the fact that he was brought in to be a veteran voice, a veteran, help the kids and to, quarterback the power play. And none of that has happened because the team hasn't let him happen. So to be absolutely fucking honest with you, this is the franchise dropping the ball and also making Mike Yeo the scapegoat because this came from up top. This 100% came from up top. Mike Yeo doesn't. He doesn't have that pull. He doesn't have that pull. He's the interim fucking head coach.
Yeah.
After his third loss, they were like, we can't fucking trust this dude. We're not letting this happen. And nothing against Mike Yeo whatsoever. Like, he wasn't prepared. Coaches prepare the entire offseason to prepare to coach an entire season. This is not on him. This is on the franchise. It's the first time I'm saying it. This is on the fucking franchise. You fucked up. You fucked the entire season up. And this isn't even on Fletcher. It's not on Fletcher. It's such a half.
Everything went wrong, or everything that could went wrong did go wrong. Players got hurt. Players got cold. Players came back at the wrong time, got hurt again, extended their injury even longer. Like when Ellis tried to come back, irritated his abdominal muscle, and then he was out longer. Kevin Hayes tried to come back, boom, right back out.
The players that are hurt right now, the Sean Couturier, I know you look him number one finally. Sean Couturier, the Nate Thompson, the Kevin Hayes, the Ryan Ellis, even Sam Morin has been literally the biggest star that didn't fall yet. Like he just has not solidified. He's been hurt. These guys, Wade Allison getting hurt. Even Tanner Lazinski, the kid's getting hurt. Zade Wisdom was hurt. All these guys are hurt. Well, for the longer term, these are the guys that do come out of your lineup that make a fucking difference. And for the entire fan base and the media to ask questions and say what the deal is, the answer. The answer is the right players were hurt to affect the season in the negative way, and that's what happened. Not the coach's fault. It's not Chuck Fletcher's fault. Because if all this would have worked out, Chuck Fletcher would have been a god, like I've been saying.
Yeah.
So
even if it worked out like 30% different, even if we were on the bubble to make the playoffs, it would have been a good pickup because, last year, obviously, we missed the playoffs. But if we were closer, obviously, it didn't work out this year. But
the media just don't know what to talk about.
yes, exactly.
Jesse from Tokyo now. It's not the Admiral. Everybody just shut the fuck up. That's all.
Sometimes I gotta let that guy out. I don't know. Can't keep him caged up. Anyway, yeah, that's rant over for that. Keith Yandel, I apologize to you for the entire franchise, even though I am the newest person in the media. Apparently, I don't know any better, but it's fucked up. It's just so fucked up. It just is. Who's this now? We got comments. Oh. Sam Wismer from Puck and Flyers and Flyers Nitty Gritty. Zazinski definitely makes a difference. Allison makes a difference. We need the difference makers. And she's right. And that's someone that's not even part of Flyers Alley. Good friend of the network, though. But what's the term? The easiest answer is usually the right one.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Guys were hurt. Everybody shut the fuck up. I don't even know. Thanks for coming through, Sam. And that's what I got for the firing line. What?
I feel like we're in Ukraine.
Oh, okay. Is that still happening? I haven't heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm part Yuki. Okay.
How are you?
Apparently that's where my last name originated from.
Aruska?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it like O apostrophe though?
That's how I used to write it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were Irish.
Because the other side's more Irish.
Oh. Well, for you viewers out there that don't know,
I am Scottish and Puerto Rican. Yeah.
How'd that happen?
Ukrainian. Right like that.
All right then. With that being said, let's move on to the slapping lies segment.
Ow!
This segment of slapping lies is brought to you by iLily. Go to your app store and download iLily app. Start ripping some recordings to let everyone know what you're saying. I haven't been using it lately. It's been crazy. Everyone in the network, we have apologized to iLily numerous times. It's so difficult right now.
With iLily, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Oh, no, God.
Am I allowed to basically say whatever I want?
Yes.
So to speak. Not everything.
You can say whatever you want. Yeah. I'm just testing out some things.
So I could have ripped into the Flyers organization all Saturday night.
It's never too late. And the best thing about it is what you can do is you go on there, you got 15 seconds to rip whatever you want. 15 seconds is a lot longer than you think it is, to be honest with you. You rip it, you put in there, it gives you a channel, you put in Flyers, go in, gives you a title, put in, whatever you're going to say, like shit franchise or ripping a franchise, whatever you're going to do. You put in URL. I do urge people, you have to use the HTTML. You have to put that in there for it to actually go to the website. But then you can take the code, copy it, put it right on Twitter, copy and paste, boom. There you go. Your voice is on Twitter. Once you do it a couple of times, it's pretty easy. But we like it. You haven't used one yet. We'll start doing some. I'm thinking about doing some ads for Sterling Pig and such in the off season.
It'll be easy to do it that way too. Yeah.
Now here's the thing. Thank you, iLily, for being around for us. Charles over at iLily is really nice. Everybody can message him. Does Yandel retire now as a Flyer? How does this go? And I think this is more of a question for you because I feel like you're more knowledgeable about this type of stuff than I am. If Yandel were to retire now, would he retire now as a Flyer or would he go somewhere else?
Go somewhere else.
Think so?
I would. You could tell Keith Yandel had kind of like one last goal in mind. Like, if he wasn't going to win the cup this year, he probably wanted to try to break that 1,000 Ironman record. And since we just shit on his fucking parade, I think he's going to be like, you know what? Next year, I'll look at my services elsewhere to be maybe a cup contender, be a 7th/8th man defenseman to sit on the bench.
Yeah.
Because my record's all fucking thrown in the garbage now.
You know what's insane to me is that, and it just shows the ignorance of, I hate to keep saying it, but it is the fan base. The ignorance of he's a good hockey player. Now, he's not helping his case by tripping on the ice.
I mean, everybody toes picks every once in a while.
Yeah,
Everybody.
I mean,
G's done it. TK's done it. Not so much Kevin Hayes because you got to have speed to do it.
good looks in the locker room are sometimes better than plays on ice, and that may be a hot take. But let me tell you something: these young kids coming in are going to need some guidance. And your Nate Thompsons, your Brassard that you just got rid of, these guys, Nate Thompson, Provorov can do it, but I think he's on his way out too. There's some things going on with that as well. I think he might be on his way out. These veteran players, man, there's a price on them. They get paid way too less to do as much as they're doing. They're guiding these kids and they're doing the right thing, and I fucking hate it. But if you're gonna bring up, Adder and you're gonna keep York up and you're gonna keep Noah Cates up, and when Wade Allison comes up, don't think he's gonna need too much mentorship. I haven't talked to him in a couple of days, but I think he's on his way. He's coming on the show, by the way. Towards the end of the season. We made that happen.
It helps though to have a veteran to, even if it's just a couple of words on the bench, like, look, all right, you chipped it in a little bit too high on the glass on the fucking last inlet. Why don't you just try to keep it down below the boards a little bit? Just something.
Even just to calm them down in a stressful situation, it's just, I don't know. It upsets me. Don't you mute it? I love hearing that guy.
It upset him too.
It upsets the younger fans and such. I would love to see Yandel retire as a Flyer. I would love to see him next year here. I don't think it's his last year, but I think when it goes to retire, I think he's going to go elsewhere. He's probably going to go back to New York to retire. That's unfortunate. I would like to not.
It's all right.
He's pissed. He's a Yandel fan too. He's pissed. But that being said, it's just I would love to see him here for a whole nother year.
Yeah,
on a successful team. But I would love to see him here, and then all of a sudden everyone would be a little bit more, come saw there. They have a lot less to say. Samantha Wismer says you need the leadership to guide the kids. Lappy talked about this during the presser last night about Garrett Wilson. That's another guy. I would like to see him come up. He's a little badass, that guy. He's actually in the leaders column for the Phantoms, which is very surprising to me. That's like Ryan. Yeah, that's like Ryan Reeves being in in the top leaders for scoring for the Rangers. But yeah, that's what we got for slapping lies.
Ow!
Let me go to an old one. We got the Periscope down. Not the Periscope down. Here we go. I think it's this one. There we go. That one's tough. I got to write on these things. Periscope down is brought to you by Neshaminy Creek Brewing. Visit www.neshamineycreekbrewing.com and check out their awesome beers, merch, and much more. They got cool keychains. They got stickers. They got glasses. I have a glass right here. It's got a little bit of stuff on it from the last beer. But, that wasn't Neshaminy Creek, so I wasn't going to say that, but that's the list. So Pick didn't give me any glasses, so what do you want me to do? This week is going to be the Neshaminy Creek 611 Porter. A lot of people don't like porters because they're literally like eating a meal, but they're very dark. I happen to love stouts and porters, so we're going to rip this bad boy real quick, and we're going to do it up. We are going to have some Sterling Pig April, fresh as fuck April. Beers coming in. We got to get Scotty Longwind over there to get us the delivery going. I got to get you some. Did I give you a shirt?
No.
I have a large upstairs. Lindsay's like, we can fit in that. I said, no, we can't. No, we can't. She swears she swears that you're like not the same size as me. So I swear to God, we're like the same size.
Yeah.
Samantha Wismer says that's her dude. She's an all-round fan of the Phantoms. So,
Of course.
but she does give us our Phantoms updates, which is top quality updates. Our Phantoms update is the Phantoms won against the Wilkes-Barre Penguins and Utica Comets. They played Bridgeport Islanders today. Signed former Notre Dame defenseman Adam Parashik, UConn goalie Darian Hansen, and Ohio State defenseman Will Riddle to PTO player tryouts contracts. Alex Kyle was recalled to the Phantoms from the loan of the Maine Mariners, ECHL. The Maine Mariners are out there. Brendan Solier, forward, had been loaned by the Phantoms to the Reading Royals, ECHL. Felix Sandstrom has been recalled to the Philadelphia Flyers under emergency conditions. Yep. It was cool to see him go out there, but he didn't get to play. Was sent back along with Max Willman, currently 9 points behind. So
the Phantoms are 9 points behind.
Yeah. I'm just reading what I was like. Bridgeport is struggling as much as Phantoms are, so this must win. This is a must win, and Bridgeport is a physical team in their own house. Also, tight. This is a good one. I saw this morning. She sent the one yesterday, and then this one came. Also, Tyson Forrester got a hat trick with his OHL team, the Barrie Colts, last night. If you want to add that in, kid is lethal with shots. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. See, I can't fit it on the thing here. That was a long one. Damn, that was a long one. But I appreciate it. Good stuff. Personal try. Yeah, I got it. I'm sorry, Sam. I got it. The StreamYard just messes it up. I apologize. You can catch Sam over on the Puck and Flyers podcast and Flyers Nitty Gritty. She's writing over there. She's also doing her thing, but also bottoms up on that stout. Got to do it. I love that shit. Yeah, so it is looking like the Phantoms are starting to pedal backwards a little bit. What is this? I'm sorry, I'll do a crap job next week so it fits. All right, cool, thanks. No, we appreciate everything you're doing. We wanted to do that. It's funny because the Reading Royals are actually in the playoffs. and the Flyers and the Phantoms. Well, the Phantoms have a chance, but not it's pretty slim. But
yeah,
I didn't know the Maine Mariners were still in the mix though. That's great. That's great to hear. But it is what it is. You know, hopefully the Phantoms pull it out. Hopefully the Maine Mariners do what they're gonna do. And I don't know too much about the Reading Royals, to be honest with you. I know Ustamenko is down there. There's also the Delaware Thunder rolling around here in Delaware, like 2 hours south of me, but I don't see me going anywhere near that. Probably walk in and just get that. Sam says they clinched a spot. Reading Royals are very good. Yeah, what league? Don't get me started. Let's not get into that. I don't want to push anyone right now. Ustamenko is on IR. Jesus Christ.
That's why I think Sandstrom's been all over the place. Been up here, down there with the Phantoms.
He's got whiplash, this guy.
He's just seeing all the sights in Pennsylvania.
Seriously, it's just. Well, I mean, Ustamenko. I just don't see Ustamenko making it to the show. I think Sandstrom will, but I think he'll get a couple games. They just don't do what they're supposed to do when it comes to the goalies. Alex Lyon's doing very well.
Yeah, of course.
Could have fucking called that.
As soon as he got fucking more seat time.
He's they're not gonna just come out and just be the best. This is not how it works. I mean, the last time that happened was probably Martin Brodeur. Like, what I mean,
hit the ground running.
Yeah, I mean, there's been no goalie in Flyers history that has come out and just had a stellar performance. But it is what it is. That's what we got for our Periscope Down segment. We do have a new one.
Hextall was one.
Came out running?
Yeah.
Running what?
I believe he had his first season at 35 wins, which is pretty good as a rookie goaltender. I might want to look that up later. I might have just talked out my mess.
Our last segment of the day. Jesus. Our last segment of the day is called New Kids on the Block. This segment of New Kids on the Block is brought to you by BuyAllowance Concrete. Go to www.buyallowanceconcrete.com. Use friend of the show, Frank the Animal BuyAllowance, for any of your construction needs in the Philadelphia area. He's not the one that's gonna fight, by the way, so don't think that. No, he's not the one. This is basically just about the kids that are coming up. When Allison comes up, it's going to be all about him. Whoever's going to come up in the next couple of weeks. This is the last month for the Flyers. Close the season out with the Ottawa Senators. Hopefully, we get to see a lot of people come up. I know a lot of the kids are playing with the OHL teams. They went back to their OHL teams and are doing their thing now to kind of get some play time because everyone is kind of in shambles in the Philadelphia organization. So they did play well. I mean, they were negatives, but I mean, you lose the game. That's kind of how it ends up. I mean, they're hanging in there. Neither one of them got hurt, so I mean, that's a good look.
That's a plus.
Yeah, and also with this New Kids on the Block segment, we do have. I did have a question. I didn't put it in here, so I can kind of take that over there. Bobby Brink, who's going to be the next one to come up? Bobby Brink should be. He is right now at the University of Denver. The Flyers got him in the second round, 34th overall in 2019. He's a right-handed right winger out of Minnetonka, Minnesota. He's 20 years old. He's 5'8", 159 pounds. So he, like I said, is now with the University of Denver. He's logging in at a plus-minus of 26. He's got 56 points, 42 assists with 14 goals and 39 games played. He was also World Juniors, had 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points, plus-minus of 1. And in 21, he was in 7 games played, 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 points, the plus-minus of 8. Small guy. He's a tiny one.
Yeah. Hopefully, he doesn't get his head taken off.
He looks like, I'm looking at him right now. He looks like a kid, dude. But he's racking it up. I mean, if Cole Caulfield can do it with his Pez-looking head, he can do it.
They play on the same line in the World Juniors?
I don't know because I think Cole Caulfield isn't he Canadian?
Probably. Yeah, I thought I don't know. For some reason, I thought they both played. And you know what? They might have played in the same tournament, and I just.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look that up.
Yeah,
I'm just not gonna look that up. But with that being
said, it'd be nice to have a little speedy scorer up.
Well, Danny B.
Like Danny Bree. I mean, we thought Morgan Frost was going to be like that, but
didn't end up solidifying. Greg Montour says, sorry this is late, but Hextall had 37 wins with a 3.00 goals against average in 66 starts, according to Google.
Thank you.
Thanks, Greg. With that being said, we do have this audio is going to flow right into the interview that I had with Andre Payette. This guy is an absolute legend. Played with Garrett Burnett, Dave McIsaacs, Frank the Animal BuyAllowance. He's got some really good stories. I'm not going to let it loose on here. It was a really good time. He's having some. He's doing some things up in Edmonton now. I told him about Ice Wars. He didn't know I was involved in it. He perked up real quick. Real cool guy. He was awesome. He was rocking literally the same hoodie, but Oilers. While we were talking. But yeah, he's a good guy. Added him to the list. Also, any of you people that are part of Old City Sports Network or that are with us on the outside, he is looking for junior hockey players. Even if you're 21, you could still get in there. I already contacted Brent and contacted Brendan Bouvier, sent them his way. Hopefully everything works out. He's looking for people. Very distinguished guy. Was huge in the English Hockey League. Huge, and that's why we had some good talks about that. Also, some pretty funny things about Frank Bialowas as always.
Of course.
News story, so great. It was so
stories,
funny.
okay.
Oh, dude, I texted Frank. It was like, "Did you do this?" I don't fucking remember. I'm like, "Yeah, of course you don't." But I'll just say it involves a Pac-Man machine. Just saying.
Oh.
Yeah. So, with that being said, everybody go over to click on this bad boy. Boom. Everybody head on over, like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Flyers Alley. On Twitter at Flyers Alley Pod 1 and Instagram at Flyers Alley, and go to our website at www.oldcitysports.com. Old spelled OLDE. Don't get that wrong. And also go to facebook.com/Ice Wars International, Twitter and Instagram at Ice is War, and the official website is www.iwifights.com. Yeah, and with that, the event will be happening on the 21st of May at Ice Works, 4 p.m. I say get there. Let me know if you guys are going to come through. And with that being said, Wade, you got anything else?
No.
All right. And with that being said, I am the Admiral Jesse Bell. This is Gummy Wayde. That was Fly.